Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play LOTRO with me, Balthelion, where Andrag is just earning his keep there as he's killed our 9th hound that we need. So we're continuing on with our Eyes in the Forest trek then across the Gravenwood. So we need, how many more traps? 5 traps in total, so we need 4 more traps. 10 orcs in the southern Gravenwood. I haven't killed any yet actually. Pick up a couple of these guys then. And we need 1 more Duskhound. Annoyingly, this guy is behind a rock. Jump up. Death from above, sir. Right. Group up these guys. Do a bit of nice AoE. Yeah, these guys, since they don't actually apply bleeds like the goblin riders in the last one, the warg riders, they don't actually hurt that much. There's a couple of Duskhounds we need. We don't need any more Krebens. So we'll just murder this boy. And then we still need more orcs. So orcs should be pretty prevalent throughout the southern Gravenwood. And now that we've actually got the quest to kill the orcs, we can wander around freely. But you need to come to pretty much the hill where the corruption piles are in order to actually get that quest to appear. Thank you for your assistance, Pentelis. There will be fewer Duskhounds now to harry us and our allies. I beg to differ, sir, but you keep thinking that. So we still need traps. Traps should be now to our northeast. So just continue going down the hill, and there should be plenty around. So just keep our eyes open. Again, it helps having your floaty names on. So if you're close enough, there we go. We can see it from a mile off, as opposed to having to look out for the particle effects, which could be a bit more difficult. And we'll try not to step in any ones this time, because 1 minute, Jesus Christ, that's a horrible route, and it can't even be broken by taking damage. Just to really troll you. But I swear sometimes even if you auto run to these, you might accidentally walk into them as well, so you do need to be a bit careful. Right hand warrior, you are going to be added to my kill total. That makes 4. Banded coffer, don't need that. There should be something else over here maybe. It's the direction it's sending me in. Oh, there's a trap, there we go. Right, put you over here away from the Duskhounds, so we don't have to worry about fighting him. Although to be fair, it would probably take about the same length of time with AoE, and it would pad my Slade, so it's not the end of the world. This is trap number 5, so you should be happy with that and have something to say. There we go. You have done well, Pentelis. Now the beasts of the wood and the men who journey here will be able to pass without fear of maiming. I don't know, they'll just find other ways to get maimed really, but whatever. So continuing eastwards then. So let's actually bring up that deed. Tracking an old goat. So the only thing we've got left now is Orc Mischief. I swear there used to be more than 5. I swear it used to be like 7. I can't be thinking of a different deed. It has to be this deed, because there's some follow-ups at the end of the tracking thing. So maybe they're not part of the deed anymore, because they were somewhat out of the way once you arrive at the encampment, so maybe people forgot to do those and that was the one that people were missing, so they just decided it's easier to remove it from the deed. We'll see. Right, we need you, sir. There's no other orcs nearby, so we'll just kill you on your own. So he's going to be number 6, so we're making good progress at least. Oh, there's one there. I did not see you, sir. You're hiding in a bush. Exploring the Gravenwood, the Tree of Tribute. So that is this great big nasty looking tree here. So we shouldn't need to worry too much about finding these points of interest, because pretty much all our quests should take them near those places. So don't worry too much, and I think you might need to go exploring. Well, that's probably going to pull the dog as well. It hasn't, but he's going to be a ranged mob, so screw it. Let's run in. Come then. Group up. AoE death. So let's remove that from the tracker, because we don't need to worry about that. That's 8 orcs. This is 9 orcs. And then we need 1 more. So where are we now? We are just a little bit south of the stable master. There we go. So we're going to go north. But there is something to the south. What's the red dot? Eyes in the Forest. So that's the final destination. It's leading us over here. Where there should be something. There we go. Drugrir. Fell beast. Alright, let's murder you. There we go. We've scouted the path through the South Gravenwood. And by doing so, we've happened to have walked into the big, nasty boss dog. Now, I probably should actually go stand in my fellow Andreg, but I've been rooted horribly by something. So it's obviously got some kind of rooting attacks, probably bit me hard or something. Actually, this guy's done it as well. What is it? I seem to be latching onto me and preventing me from moving. This guy will be my 10th orc. And that will be the last one I need, so we can go to town now. Or to camp, rather, since it's only a small encampment. There we go, 10 of 10. Now, if we look at our bags, I think we did loot something. An evil object from that dog. So if we activate this, the icon upon this object looks like some kind of animal with horns, but it has an evil-looking air about it. Perhaps Saradan will be able to make some sense of it. So we'll accept that. I don't think there's anything else we would have picked up on our travels, so just accept all of these. You want to talk about the orc quest? Fine. There is little worse than orcs in this world. They may not be the most powerful creatures of evil, but they are among the most proliferate. That is true. We've seen strange things on this path, Pendulous, and strange things are a good sign that Quillian has come this way. Thank you for your help. You have been a great aid to me upon this road, Pendulous. I must turn aside now and scout the woods to the south and east. If you turn north and travel along the cliffs at the eastern edge of the Gravenwood, you will eventually come upon the Rohirrim scout camp where Saradan awaits you. Farewell, Pendulous. May we meet again. So yeah, if you click continue now, you cannot summon Andreg anymore, and therefore you cannot talk to him about the other quest that you're doing. So make sure you've done all the other quests that he bestows before you click continue here. Otherwise, that's that and it's gone. So carrying onwards then. So if we mount up, we can head onwards, and they'll literally just be over here on the right on this slope. So if we wander around a bit further around, so you can see, there we go. Got a little stable master up here as well for South Gravenwood, so we can activate him.
Welcome, my friend.
There we go, and there we go. We've discovered the Rohirrim scout camp. Where if we zoom in, so we've got our friend Saradan over here. And hello, sir. We have Theodred, the Prince of Rohan, Theoden's son, who is, exploring around, killing orcs, doing cool things. Yeah, I'm not sure he looks different since when he was first in. But he looks pretty cool though. Look at his armour. That is pretty nice, isn't it? It's pretty cool. What's his cloak look like from behind? Looks like a plain cloak. Yeah, then we've got our Rohirrim NPCs. Leftward. He's the only one with a name. Okay. So let's talk to Saradan then. So we have the Dark and Lonely Forest quest that we were doing with the escort NPC.
What do you need?
Pendulous, it is good that you have come, though I must say I did not doubt much that our paths would cross once more. There is great evil afoot. We could use your aid. So what have we got? We have another little tunic, some boots, that's like some laced up level boots, some gauntlets. Again, nothing too fancy, but all three of those actually go nice in a cosmetic outfit, to be honest. So we'll finish that. Then we have the book quest.
What have you learned of the Dunlanding clans?
Your journey through Dunland for Lou Brennan is almost at its end, Pendulous. What have you learned of the Dunlanding clans? Saradan listens to your report. I see. Saruman's influence is greater than we thought. It is good that you sought to help the people to resist him, even if it bears little fruit. This man here is Theodred, the son of the King of Rohan. He has crossed into Dunland with a small party on a similar mission, to see what is happening in the heart of Dunland. And we've got Evil Things, which is another quest handed him. This is the object that we got from our loot bags from the dog. What is this that you have for me? I've seen this symbol before. I am not sure what it is supposed to represent, but it reminded me of some of the demons that Quillian summoned against us in the Windfells. So we could have a Warden Shield. We can have an axe. Or some other bent weird handle, but whatever. Or a ring. Hand that in. A peace-shattering silence. Pendulous, when I and my companions first came here, we noticed almost at once a queer stillness about the forest. There is undoubtedly a foul presence at work here, and I would wager that Balthelion has something to do with it. But thus far, we have been unable to find the source. Perhaps you will aid us in this task. There are 2 trees, one to the northwest and one to the southwest, which were clearly once used in some Dunlanding ritual. One is called the Mustering Tree, for it is where the forces of Dunland gathered to go to war against Gondor and Rohan long ago. The other is called the Tree of Tribute, for a brave Dunlanding warrior stood alone there against a strong force of their enemies and sacrificed himself to allow his clan to escape. Search these places for any clues, then follow the signs wherever they may lead. When you have discovered the source of the evil here, return to me. I have provided you tools to dig with, should the need arise. So it's going to lend me a pickaxe. Or a shovel. So, Phaedrid, hello sir.
You run errands for folk long sworn to be the enemies of my people.
So already we're off to a bad step. He's basically saying, you're helping the Dunlandings, you asshole. We are met in dangerous times, Pendulous. You run errands for folk long sworn to be the enemies of my people. Phaedrid sighs heavily. It has been a long time since the Dunlandings crossed into my father's kingdom with design of conquest. Without the urging I fear Saruman is giving to them, they would not have the courage to do so again. The wizard has done my people a great wrong with this, and he must pay for it. My men and I forded the Eisen and came by animal paths into this wood. That is where we encountered Sarudan and learned of his mission. We could use your help, if you could spare it. Yes, me lord.
We are all ill at ease in this forest, and your ranger friend here is not the reassuring sort.
We are all ill at ease in this forest, Pendulous, and your ranger friend here is not the reassuring sort. My men have reported feeling a watchful presence as they walk beneath the trees. I do not like it. I have heard that Saruman can move about, unseen by mortal eyes. Could it be his presence that my men have felt? If you oppose the wizard, go to these places, and see if you feel a presence at them, as my men do. One of these places is a gnarled tree to the northwest, and the other is a camp of Dunlandings far to the north. Uvalcadlus, between the arms of the mountains. Right, so we're going to do some scouting. So if we mount up. So one of the trees is where we were before, just to the north. And the other place we're going to go to is the lake at the very north. So, heading northwest then. So we can see the tree in the distance over there. So I think in both locations we might need to do a little bit of digging and just see what we can find around there. And we're going to dig up some nasty things. So be prepared. Don't be on no health. So I think there should be a couple of locations. Oh, this is the mustering tree. This is different to the one we looked at before. I think the other one was further south. It was literally near the camp. I've run past it and not really realised. Wonderful. We can get that on the way back, I think. Or maybe we should get it now just in case there's a follow-up quest to that. So there's nothing fancy here. So go to the second tree. There you go, you can see it there, it's not too far. But I think this one we have to dig at. And we're going to dig up something that we probably shouldn't have disturbed. In typical fashion of archaeology, we're going to kind of essentially stumble upon a curse. Can we not dig? Maybe it's later then. We come back with something we can dig with. Check in the back of Uvalcadlus for signs of a watchful presence. So Uvalcadlus is the lake to the north. I think these are the only quests we've got at the moment. I don't think anything's given me any... Oh no, you should use the pick Saruman gave you to dig at the disturbed roots of the tree. So there we go, I should have activated that quest earlier. I'm not going mad, I do have to dig at the tree. But I think I got that quest item from Saruman himself. There we go. We're mining dirt. Hashtag confirmed. You have discovered another evil token, but are attacked by a Kufrau.
Your spirit shall wither before the eye.
I'm glad I don't have to say one sentence. Don't say anything else. I can't do more of that voice. My throat's too dry. I'm not you rooting me as well. There we go. kind of like froze me like a crystal there. There we go. So we've done that. That auto handed in. So we need to head north now. I think we should have a few quests that we can do around this lake that we're headed to. So head north. There is a path which kind of leads vaguely in the northern direction, which we can sort of follow. Yeah, what I would take right now for the weather to be like the Gravenwood. You know, nice and pretty chill, cloudy skies. But here in the UK and indeed in most of the world at the minute, it's a horrible heat wave. It's too hot. You know, it might not be hot compared to some places. You know, it's still like pushing 30, 35 and that. Which for us Brits, we're not used to this. You know, if it goes a week without raining, that's a miracle. But it's gone like several months without raining. It's too hot. But you know, hopefully we'll get some nice thunderstorms. It'll cool it down. So we have arrived. We're still looking. Wasn't there meant to be someone outside here? I think it's because we come back here later. Is what I'm thinking of. I think we need to go in the lake actually. I think we can investigate. I mean, we're meant to be up the top in theory, but we can cheese it from down here. There we go. Aside from the Dunlandings, you feel no unusual, mysterious presence. So we need to talk to Fairdred at the scout camp, and screw it, we'll cheat. Because I don't want to be riding back and forth there several times. Fairdred, my lord, I have scouted.
You felt nothing? Perhaps my men have been too long in this wood.
Yes, you felt nothing at those locations. Perhaps my men have been too long in this wood. It is taking a toll on even their stout hearts. So we have a heavy shield, which is kind of like a snake horse thing. It's a bit of a weird one. A Heerde board. Another warden shield. That's not too bad, that one. Or Nesterdam, which is a light shield with a little red dragon on it. Or you can have an experience rune, 67,000. So since I don't need a shield, I might as well take that.
Do not mistake these Dunlandings for friends in anything but necessity.
It is time you return to Lubrenin with what you have learned of Dunland, Pendulous. But I ask you to keep this in mind. There are Dunlandings, and there are Dunlandings. This Falcon clan may oppose Saruman, and for that I am thankful, but they still bear no love for my people. Do not mistake them for friends in anything but necessity. So we will get the option between a Relic of Empowerment or Fuse Deep Relics for completing that, which is nice. So talk to Saruman. Pendulous, I am disappointed. If we are to unravel the mystery of this wood, we must find more tokens. Yet you managed to lose the pickaxe I gave you? Very well. Let me see if one of these Rohirrim brought a pick with him into these wilds. Yeah, like, I don't know if the ghost broke it or I dropped it in fear and didn't pick it up again. I don't know.
What do you need?
We are fortunate. These good people did indeed have a pickaxe among their goods. Go now and complete your task. So I think he's just given me another one. Or maybe not. What's this? Evil in the Wood. Upon his banishment, the Kufrau Nulkuf dropped a token similar to those you dug up from beneath the Tree of Tribute. You should bring all 3 tokens to Saradan at once. Indeed, these medallions confirm what I suspected all along. I thought that Gwillian might have allies in Dunland, and it seems I was right. One of these tokens bears the mark of the goat, the Jugavar, summoned by the old woman of the mountain. This one bears the mark of the stag, and the third is the ox, clans we encountered here in Dunland. We've got another pick a quest reward, so we have a cloak with some green dragons on it. I believe the bit that dies is going to be the grey bit, so we're going back colour, make it red. Oh no, it's going to be the dragons. Okay. But it is a hooded cloak, so don't like hooded cloaks. Or a ring, or some trousers, which are probably going to be a fairly plain cosmetic. Yeah, those are just plains. Hand that one in. While you were away, Andrek sent a message to me. He came upon a grove where creatures of darkness haunted the Gravenwood. With your tale of the Kufrau at the Tree of Tribute and your discovery of these tokens, it is clear that Gwillian is near at hand. Go meet with Andrek and see what assistance he requires of you. You may find Andrek near a place called the Slade of Shadows, some distance to the south. So there we go. So that's our only quest at the minute, unless there's some other quest starting item, but it seems there's not. And then, well, once again, we're going to have one more vector quest just to say, help out these guys, and then go back to the Falcon clan. But that is definitely going to be the last one, because things happen once you get back there. Yeah, start that hype train rolling. So now we're heading southeast. So we are going down here to the east, in this kind of area. But basically, each of the bits of the forest we're going to be doing quests in generally have big trees near them. It's either you're questing around a big tree or you're questing around a small lake. One of the two. I don't think sometimes both, because I think they are all separate. So yeah, just over here, and we should see him down on the left, somewhere near this big rock that's up ahead. I'm trying to avoid these mobs. There we go, Android. Hello, sir. We meet again.
May the Valar grant us swift passage through these lands.
It is good to see you, Pendulous. If you peer around the rock to the south, you will see that trouble is brewing in this place. I have need of your aid.
The Grey Company has need of your services.
I thank you again for coming, Pendulous. When I found the Slade of Shadows, I did not expect it to be so utterly inhabited by evils from the ancient world. I avoided detection for a short time, but I did not wish to risk betraying our presence here to the enemy. It may be, though, that one such as yourself, with no true tie to the Dunedain, might be able to confront the foe without breaking the secrecy of the Grey Company. Will you lend me your aid? Sure, why not? So once again, we're going to have a rapid quest, and we're going to do 4 quests in this vicinity, and that's pretty much going to be the style of questing that we're going to be doing in the Gravenwood. So we just remove the tracker quest because we don't need to pay attention to that, and see what he's got then. So Barbar Black Sheep.
The Grey Company will need your aid.
Among the creatures inhabiting the Slade of Shadows are the Drugavar. Their presence of these fell creatures is a clear sign that the old woman of the mountain is near at hand, for it was she who summoned them at first to Enedwaith. As you investigate the Slade of Shadows, banish as many of the Drugavar as you are able. Such fell creatures cannot be allowed to enter our world, for their combined power may prove to be the undoing of the free peoples. Yes, the world will end in a stampede of demon goats.
Our success lies in secrecy. Will you aid us?
Among the fell spirits I noticed amid the trees of the Slade of Shadows, I saw many of the wisps the Dunlendings call Elhudan. These spirits are perhaps the least of the Dark Lord's minions, but in large numbers they may prove dangerous still. As you investigate the Slade of Shadows, take some time to banish the Elhudan. They must lead none else to their doom.
The Grey Company will need your aid.
Before I retreated to this rock, I was able to glimpse what appeared to be some small altars, and a cauldron set between the large trees at the heart of the Slade. While you hunt the creatures within the Slade, try to get a glimpse of the structures. Perhaps we can learn what purpose they serve.
The Grey Company will need your aid.
Kufrau are among the deadliest of the fell spirits haunting the Slade of Shadows. As you investigate the Slade, try to banish as many of the spirits as you can, for I fear they will become an army against whom there can be no reckoning if they are not curbed. Yes, and we know how powerful undead armies can be, or we will at a later point in this story, because we haven't got to that point in the story yet. But yeah, don't mess with undead armies. So that's our 4 quests. So I think we'll probably actually stop here before we get underway. We'll start these quests next time because it will culminate in a little instance for us. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and until next time, see you guys later.